God's presence. This morning, God's servant, our Father, has a topic for us, and it's a very interesting one. I'm reading from the Guardian Weekend Edition. That's May 31st to June the 1st, 2025. I'm reading from page 39. And the topic is, when a mother is commander-in-chief of her son's home. When a mother is commander-in-chief of her son's home. I read. A mother kept seeing her 32-year-old son as a little boy. When he was to get married to the lady of about age 28, she could not imagine how a 28-year-old small girl can adequately take care of a 32-year-old small boy. The young man would tell his mother words like, "Mommy, I'm not a small boy. Like, I can run my home." But her son, who equally loved his mother so much, was very wise and jovially firm. By jovially firm, I mean jovial but firm. And the men shout amen. He used jokes, funny illustrations, and other means that prevented his mother from being the supreme commander of his wife and marriage. After murmuring and fretting here and there, his mother had no option but to accept the marital boundaries jovially erected by her son. I recommend this style, but not every man is like this. Another mother who loved her son so much always made sure that her son ate her meals instead of the meals cooked by his wife. The man's mother was the commander-in-chief of her son's home. Can you imagine a situation where a wife has drawn the food timetable for the week only for her mother-in-law to come and make her own timetable? Can we say, hey, yeah? Some wives have reacted by quarreling with their husbands and mother-in-laws. As marriage and family counselors, my wife and I have seen that confronting a husband who is babyishly in love with his mother, somebody say babyishly, dodoishly, in love with his mother, and confronting a mother-in-law who insists on still breastfeeding her 30-something-year-old son will look like questioning two mad people. That the umbilical cord between the man she wants to get married to and his mother has not been cut. Such a wife should therefore decide to love her possessive mother-in-law the way her son loves her. She has to first of all convince her husband that she loves his mother. Now, once your husband is convinced that you deeply love his mother, he will begin to love you more. It works this way. If you love my mother, whom I love so much, then you have won my heart. Can you see the equation? It looks like a mathematical expression. If X is related to Y, therefore Y is related. Let's listen to the formula again. It says, once your husband is deeply convinced that you love his mother, he will begin to love you more. It works this way. The man will say, if you love my mother, whom I love so much, then you have won my heart. I will then love you more. But such a situation should not be allowed to grow from bad to worse and from worse to worst. Such a wife has to meet experienced counselors. But the point I have tried to make here is that a wife should first of all grow to unconditionally love her mother-in-law. She should also, through her actions and words, apply Philippians 4, verse 8, by talking to her husband about her mother-in-law on only whatsoever things are lovely. Can we say whatsoever things are lovely? Whatsoever things are of good report. Now, it will be easier for the wife and marriage counselors to convince such a husband to change his ways and be a man when the man is convinced that his wife loves his mother. Our Father this morning sends his love to the men in the house this morning and to the women also. Put your hands together this morning as we make progress. Inviting you to the second segment of the marriage and family intimacy. Hallelujah.